Oh God, are we on? Where's everybody else? It's like, what? What's my phone? 2:04. Artists always late. But not for a drag queen because we have to put on our makeup. So we usually come in about 1-2 hours earlier. For me, longer lah. Older, take longer time to do makeup. Where's everyone? Late. It's okay. I guess it's the Pink Lady Show. Right. So.
Not so fast, buddy.
Who's that?
Some of us are already here.
Hi, Daniel. You're late. 4 minutes late.
Always fashionably late.
Is this like the makeup music that you're making up first?
Okay, with that kind of music, I'm expecting Oliver to grow some wings soon.
Grow some what?
What's that?
I'm expecting Oliver to grow some wings after that kind of music.
Oh, that's like my makeup. Cool. So where are the other two? Are they like here yet?
Right? We're all here.
Yay!
Hey! Yay!
Oh. And witness the transformation.
Wow.
Hmm. Dun 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 dun.
Dun,
And
dun,
I
dun,
see
dun.
My makeup is like super easy.
your makeup is what?
It's like super easy. I'm holding back to get it done.
You're holding back.
Yeah.
Why are you holding back?
I want the rest of them to come first and then see the process, right? You know, like Francesca, always
Hey!
late.
Hi. I'm not. I'm here.
Ah.
Well, Daniel, thank you for that music.
That was my
Genre.
improvised vaporwave meandering.
Meandering.
So,
Yeah,
Valencia,
okay.
why are we here?
Yes.
Tell us why
Well,
are we
we are here in a virtual living room to talk. But of course, we have been treated to a music plus makeup show for the first few um, so for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Valencia, and the person that has been doing music is Daniel. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. My name is Daniel Berkman. I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I live in San Francisco, California, where it's like 100 degrees. It's ridiculous. Hence all the facial sweat and whatnot. Yeah, I'm a multi-instrumentalist, composer, and I specialize in sort of peculiar, odd, and historically significant instruments. and I compose for film and dance, and I make albums, and I've got albums on Bandcamp, and yeah, that's pretty much my story.
You should produce for makeup tutorials soon now.
Yeah, and I accompany makeup artists as they.
I'm not a makeup artist, trust me.
Yeah, and Oliver, or the Pink Lady, depending on which alter ego you would like to adopt for the day. Would you like to introduce?
Yeah, I'm Oliver, or the Pink Lady Law. Yeah, and I'm a performer. I have my little cafe as well. So this whole Pink Lady thing actually evolved from me doing a video to get people to come and buy food from us, and then doing delivery as in drag, and in pink, because I think pink is a color of love, and it just makes people giggle and smile, and yeah. So I'm like I said, I'm a clown, right? I'm a drag clown. Yeah. So I just want to see people laugh, during this pandemic. Yeah. So basically, that's what.
Cool. And next up, we have Hafeez and Francesca, also from Singapore. Would you like to say a little bit about what you do and a little bit about yourselves?
So, my name is Hafeez. I am a dancer, choreographer, fitness trainer. So, what I specialize in creating dynamic movements in a commercial world to appeal to the general public. I also love kids. I have a big heart for them. I have a huge passion for their behaviors. So that's why I love teaching dance to kids. And I love healing people. So I took up fitness training. So that's why I love making them move so that they can be happy, healthy, and strong. So yeah, that's what I do.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Francesca. Yay! One fan. One and my mom. So I'm same like Hafeez. I've been a dancer for many years. Since I was 2, because I'm only 25 now. And choreographer, and I'm also same as Oliver. I'm also a yoga instructor. Yeah, so I actually just ended a class, but these days there's actually no work like performing in shows, so not really dancing these days. Like we're just creating stuff on our own, not really performing. So these days I cook a lot, so I'm preparing salted grilled eggplants now as we do this, preparing for dinner tonight. Yeah, so a lot of time experimenting with food, like vegan, vegetarian food at home, and yeah. And
I've been obsessed with bread making lately. So that's another thing that I've discovered. So yeah.
So yeah.
Nice. And lastly, we have my brother, actually, Koby. It's our first time doing something like this together. And yeah, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hey everyone. Even though my first name is Jeffrey, I grew up wanting to be the next Asian Kobe Bryant. So I prefer my name to be Koby. So yeah, I grew up playing basketball, but that dream ended pretty short when I was in high school and I met some alcohol. And then turned out to be now a digital marketing specialist. Turned out I became interested with entrepreneur more than sports. And to be honest, I started this digital marketing agency recently full-time, all because like during COVID, when the first lockdown hit. So it's really, so now I've been like really busy helping people who have online businesses run paid advertising and build sales funnels for them. Yeah. So that's mainly what I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think basically these artist living rooms, we're doing this to create a platform for creators to connect and share about their perspectives and their work. So we have quite a bit of a variety tonight, and Daniel is kind of like joining us last minute, a little bit unplanned. It's really late where he is now, so I'm really happy that he decided to be with us today. The old man beauty sleep is coming, approaching. But yeah, so we have quite a variety of people here. And so I just spoke to Oliver actually within the past week because a friend introduced us, and she told me about the Pink Lady project that he's embarked on since the start of the pandemic. And I'm really interested to hear about all the different ways that people have been using their free time, newfound free time, to really do what we've wanted to do and never really had the time to do before. And so, Oliver, you mentioned that this Pink Lady started out as like an ad, as kind of an ad campaign. So I'm curious to see how that like sort of evolved. Like,
Right. So, well, basically, I did it because of fun, you know, and just visibility for my business. And then, of course, I'm also gay, and in Singapore, you know, the gay rights not very strong. So I also want to speak out for LGBT people, but also I don't want that to be just about, oh, I'm gay, I'm a drag queen. To be honest, I'm a very amateur drag queen. Okay, I'm a clown, I'm a performer, I do theater, I've been doing musical theater for over 20 years. So to me, it's art. I'm performing, but performing for a purpose. Just making aware in my songs that I sing on YouTube about LGBT rights in Singapore and accepting us, and all we want is love. All we need is love. Okay, so and also I want to go further into that because I feel that a lot of voices are not heard because the majority are not experiencing it. So and it's a natural phenomenon. If you don't experience it, you don't feel it until someone in your family, you know, has it, or then you start fighting for cancer or you start fighting. So and also about racism, you know, I faced a little bit when I was abroad. So when I come back, I want to help those who are facing it because here I'm the majority. So if you don't speak up for them, who is gonna be? But I want to also approach everything in not so serious manner. I'm not a very intelligent person. I love having fun. I love playing. I think the best for me to get my message across is to play and have fun and let people have fun. While they're having fun, they hopefully start realizing the issues, you know, and change the world. Yeah. I'm just having fun here.
But your makeup is not very amateur. It looks quite professional to me.
Absolutely.
No, it's not. It's not because you're not a professional.
I can't see clearly. Let me see your blending skills.
The proper drag queens out there, when they see, they're like, "What is this guy doing?" I'm like, I don't even know what. I just like, oh, this color matches. This color matches. I don't even know. There's so many of them. Because my friend is a makeup artist and she gave me all this makeup. I'm like, okay, this color looks right. I'm an art. I mean, I paint as well, so I'm just painting on my face. So yeah, that's it. I mean, hopefully I can reach out to a bigger cause. Yeah, but in the meantime, let's have fun and joke about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel is also a huge proponent of using comedy as a way to communicate. I think that's one of the things that I don't do. It's not one of my arsenal of skills. So yeah, I kind of like that sort of approach, especially to issues that can be a little bit heavy, you know. And is this something that you see being done not enough in Singapore, and that's why you're doing it?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've never, well, I've supported the whole movement of the Pink Dot and everything, for example, in the beginning, but then I don't feel much about it. I'm like, okay, fine, we don't need to speak up, you know, so what? You don't need to go around and tell people, hi, I'm Ollie and I'm gay, or I like guys, I like girls. It doesn't matter. That was how I felt. until I started dating someone from abroad, and then we had to stop it because it's like, you know what, there's no future. I can't move to your country, you can't move to my country, we'll never be recognized, so what can we do? Nothing really. So yeah, but people always think of, you know, being gay as, oh, dirty. You see, they think straight into the bedroom. It's not about the bedroom, right? You don't think a man and woman walking together, you don't think about them in the bedroom. You know what I mean? You think about them holding hands, oh, that's sweet, or them sharing food, oh, that's sweet. The care and love they have for each other. And I think that's what I'm trying to say in my videos as well. You know, it's not about nothing. I don't want to do like any sexy thing or stuff like that. You know, and drag queen is not me. You know, I mean, you know, or gay, whatever. I hate all this stereotyping as well, because you never know. I might get married to a woman, right, Frenchie? So I want these voices to be heard. Just love and accept, and that's it. And it's really not. I mean, but the COVID actually helped. I've realized during COVID, when I actually walk around, people are friendlier because they don't talk to as many people nowadays. So people are friendlier. They ask about you, and they're more wary, you know. And people are looking out for each other, which I think at the end of the day, it might just be a good lesson for us. No.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that, Daniel or
I feel like
Koby?
the approach Oliver is taking is good to really tackle the stereotypical stigma, in my opinion. Making it like fun, taking it a different approach really helps to, you know, take a step into erasing that stereotype.
Yeah, I think he's speaking in the context of Singapore. And
Yeah.
Koby lived in Australia. Daniel, you've been in San Francisco, which is like known for the gay pride and everything. So
Yeah,
I'm
same
not
here.
sure
Apply. Yeah.
any thoughts on that in terms of like if it's really different where you are.
Daniel?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to think of something to come back on that.
We can also come back to you later.
We could. I didn't think about a response to that, but it's true about the humor thing. I mean, I think it is important with serious issues to have a sense of humor. I mean, it can be dangerous too, you know, because some people take things really seriously and you don't want to offend them. So I think it's a matter of having compassion and at the same time having a sense of humor, you know. Yeah, that's just to touch on the humor thing that you mentioned. Yeah. Crickets.
Yeah.
I should have cricket sounds like
Yeah.
ready to play at any moment, you know.
Ollie, what
I
do
mean-
you think about? Can I ask you what do you think about repeal 377A? Do you think it will ever happen in Singapore?
I don't know if it will ever.
It's illegal to be gay in Singapore. Do you think it would ever?
I mean, you know, the 377A is not just for gay people, right?
Mm.
It entices even straight people. Basically, it's an act by the British. You know, it was a colonial act. It was a very long time, and basically it was to stop male prostitution. Okay, whatever it was. But all these things like I told you, I'm not a very intellectual people, but I just feel that some old colonial rules can be given back to them. You know, we should find our own belonging. Like, I mean, you know, in America, they have some new rules and stuff set up, you know, and they started a lot of things. Singapore is a young country, and I understand where it's all coming from, which is why I said I can't be telling that the government should be doing this or that. But what I can do as Ollie, as the Pink Lady, is to reach out to the public and say, you know, guys, look, we have fun, we're playful, we love to, right? I mean, like in theater, all theater, first you make that person like you, and then you have a sad story, breakup or someone dying, you know, then the audience feel for you. But I think, you know, the life is a stage, right? So I'm bringing that back into here. So first I need people to like me and laugh with me, laugh at me, you know, it's fine, laugh at me. But once I'm become that likable character, and then when I do talk to them and say, guys, look, actually, this is happening. Am I any different from you? No, right? I just like makeup. What's wrong with that? I mean, I've seen straight men in London going, you know, like fully shaved and going out in drag and makeup because it's fun, because they enjoy it, you know. But over here, we have this mentality where we think like, oh, you know, they're drag queen, or, you know, popular word here, we call them aquas, and I just don't think it's fair, and just to let people know that, you know, we are normal human beings too. Yeah, but 3778, let's hope it'll be gone now, because at the end of the day, people always think of it as sexual, but I feel it's more than that, because once 3778 is repealed, then same-sex marriage can be approved. Then we can get our partners to be here, or we can get married and move away with our partners, you know. But it better happen soon before I die.
Where?
Pink lady makeup is very simple, okay, but the magic is in the glitter. So you all keep talking while I put on the glitter. You can ask questions, I can keep talking.
Is this your first time developing an alter ego?
No, I mean, as an actor, we always have alter egos, no? We always have to act as someone else. Yeah, and I've acted in drag before, many years ago, in Private Parts, Michael Chang's thing, play. I've acted. I used to do drag when I was in London, because my ex-boyfriend, who is now a trans woman, used to work in London in a drag club, and I used to pick her up, him then up. And then when they left the country, I needed a job. I was a student. I was working in the front of house for a theater, but that wasn't earning enough money. So I called the boss and I said, hey, you're looking for any bartender? And he's like, no, we're looking for drag queen. So I'm like, I'm an actor. I can come in as a drag queen. So that's how it all started. Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm saying the alter ego that is your own, you know, because like instead of like because of a play, therefore you develop the character. But I feel like this pink lady is like a really self-initiated sort of alter ego with a long-term view, kind of like a project.
The project is the project. I don't need to be the pink lady to do the project. I don't need to be the pink lady. I mean, those who know me, I mean, Francesca and Hafeez has known me for many years. I have fought for many Indian people here. I have helped many of them, Bangladeshi, Indian, Sri Lankans, you know, because they have faced racism, even just last night, you know. And I've spoken up for them, not as the pink lady, but as Ollie, you know. So the pink lady is just to get more audience so that I reach out further. But yeah, but I don't think I need to be the pink lady. And like alter ego, I could be this, you know, I could be pink now, but next year I might be sick of it. I can be something else. Like I say, I can just play around with it. You know, there's no destination. It's a progress. Everything is a progress. Every day is a new page, right? And I'm super fickle-minded, right?
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so, because I feel like, I mean, I've known Oliver for quite some time, and I can see his mission in action all the time. You know, he's really always on the move or making change in the country, at least, you know. And yeah, because he has his own cafe, which is called Going Home. And I have to say, it's the only place in Singapore that you don't feel like you're in Singapore, because I mean, the vibe over there, and the employers that he got to work, the employees that he got to work there. So yeah, and all of them are Indian nationals or Bangladeshi workers or Sri Lankan, and it's really nice to see, you know, Oli doing that, and now he's pink lady, so I can see that he's always on the move, man.
I think you're very fickle-minded, but when you wanna do something, you're pretty clear at what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can be quite stubborn, you know. So if I want to do something, I just want to do it, and I'll put my heart into it, you know. And I just don't like wasting time. I feel it's a waste to waste time. You want to do something, do it properly, you know. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. If you're not sure about it, don't do it. It's probably not right. So for now, I feel like it's right to be pink. I've always liked pink, you know. I mean, I'm a dancer too, right? So, and I was trained in ballet. So ballerina makeup, you know. And yeah, so we just want to look pretty. We don't want to be fat. You know, it's a curse. It's a curse. It's a ballerina's curse. But I'm not a ballerina anymore. But
Do you have a tutu, Oliver? You need a tutu.
I don't. But I've got point shoes. I've got pink point shoes.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. That I still go on once in a while.
Nice.
Okay, maybe in a few weeks you become the pink swan.
I actually, oh my god, I bought so many pairs of shoes. They just came from Thailand. I'll show you in a bit. Let me just finish my list first. But the rest of you, I mean, how has COVID actually affected you? Because for me, you know, the pink lady came up because I need to push for business. I've started on my own online yoga classes. I'm going to teach yoga after this, okay? So I've got to pick it up really fast. Yeah, I teach yoga as well. So I've started that, which I've wanted to do for many years. And then there's always excuse, right? I can't do it. I don't have time and da-da-da. Yeah, I know that Hafeez, I mean, and Frenchie started to do a lot more videos online, dance videos and teaching online. I don't know. I mean, how's that with you, Daniel and Koby? What have you done? What has COVID made you realize? So.
Right, we've been same like you. We've been teaching online classes like yoga and this more fitness stuff, dance as well. But it's still not like it's not enough to, for me, it's not enough to kind of survive the whole month. So I'm actually also a full-time swabber now. So I actually test people for COVID. Yeah, I did the swabber training and everything. So, however, it's been really good because
She's really lucky.
in my 2 months of employment, which is like a full-time salary, I've been deployed 2 days. So I've worked 2 days so
And
far.
that's like less than.
And each day was less than 2 hours of work. So it's been really great.
Yeah, her payroll.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's good. They're preparing and standing by people if there was ever a second wave.
Yeah.
People ready to do it,
Yeah.
you know.
I think, but I also feel like I've been speaking to some of the other swabbers in the time that I was deployed, that it's actually a job creation by the government. So they've actually put a lot of people on this payroll. Yeah. So I think they've overemployed, and you just get deployed like once a month or something. Like I think it's part of job creation, which is pretty good. Yeah.
I did apply for it as well, and I got it. But so between the two of us, we decided that one of us has to be connected to the industry at least. So I decided that, okay, you know what, you do the swabbing, I will do the creative work. You know, like still get in touch with the people and all that.
You did National Day for me.
Oh yeah, and I did the National Day show. So that's that. So going back to the circuit breaker. So what happened was, in the beginning of the lockdown, we decided to do something because we figured that everyone's gonna be sad, and low of morale, low of energy. So we decided to release our weekly funny videos. I don't know if
Dance videos.
Yeah. So we will dance and lip sync all the iconic songs, like Raining Man, like something that Oliver would do as well, to be honest.
Yeah. But honestly, like, I agree with what you say, because like the most rewarding thing for me as a pink lady was when I deliver food to people as the pink lady and I hear their laughter.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you touch a lot of people's hearts, and And yeah, when we were doing that, people will go like, okay, we're looking forward to your next video next week. Okay, and then they started requesting, oh, can you do this song? Or so we'll do like full on costumes and everything.
Yeah, because we figured there won't be any shows anymore, and we won't be wearing costumes anymore. So might as well use this time to wear all the costumes.
We have our sort of costumes. That's
smart. That's very smart.
So and it's
then
nice.
we started getting requests like some friend, a friend of mine was like, oh, it's my daughter's birthday. Can you like choreograph and dance to this song from her favorite cartoon thing? And then so then in a way we wish her a happy birthday thing. And then we got like a little bit of money here and there to get by. So it was kind of worked out.
And we got even the dance class out of it. Like
we had a duet dance class. So
we we teach them how to lip sync and dance at the same time while they dance from their homes. So it was
so great.
We didn't even plan to be like a job or
but we actually started.
It just sort of happened.
Yeah,
I think that was beautiful when you follow what's joyful for you to do, when you're creating from that place of joy and then people like it and you realize that it's actually a gift for some people, but it's also a gift to you to do it, You're having fun and you're helping other people have fun, and then it's like a gift that is also a gift for you. So you're giving, but you're also receiving.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. That's how it's been for me too. Yeah, with music. And I before COVID, I never really did go live before.
Really?
I've always been really nervous about it, and because I had a day job playing music for dance classes, I was complacent. I didn't really feel a need to get out there and like talk to people. Like, who's going to want to listen to me? Everybody's busy, conquering the world. Well, you can't conquer the world if you're, sheltered in place. So, people would rather, or most, some people would rather watch something beautiful or hear something beautiful or laugh or, And in my case, I've been going to this garden just a few blocks from here, and I bring my kora, this instrument here, and I just play. I just go live and I play, and people have been expecting it. I do it every Wednesday and Friday now, live on Facebook, and I actually need it too. It's like a meditation, and it just kind of grounds me and gives me, pleasure, and other people seem to like it too. So, and I put up a tip jar as well, and it's a benefit for everybody. But COVID is really, without this, I probably wouldn't have gone out on a limb. It wouldn't have been like a necessity, and it's more than a necessity. It's really just like I feel like we're called to really be ourselves and express our true selves, and just this is me, this is it, this is what I'm doing, this is who I am, and it's I like who I am. I'm finding I actually like myself. It's kind of cool.
Very important. And and Koby, I think you mentioned some things about your discipline training and your business and how that finally can take the primary seat instead of your full-time job, So maybe you can share a little. Mm-hmm.
So I reckon 2019, a lot of things happened with me. 2019, a lot of ups and downs. So I made some affirmation, like New Year resolutions. I want to get more serious about. So I've been running like a digital marketing agency as a side hustle on top of my full-time job, which was a marketing manager at a real estate firm, and I was doing that sort of half-heartedly, not like going all in. And on top of that, I also said to myself, I'm gonna do like this challenge in 2020, which is called 75 Hard, which I'm gonna talk about later. But yeah, so I already planned I was gonna do it on 2020, and then COVID happened, I think in around March or something. And March, I was in Sydney attending like a coaching program, which is around 4 to 5 days. And then during that coaching program, halfway, it actually became like a virtual event because it was just announced as a global pandemic. Yeah. global pandemic. And then, but that coaching program helped me to really kick me out of my comfort zone to really make my business like more serious kind of thing. And then that's really like the starting point. But I think without COVID, I won't actually become realize like how important it is for some people. It's sort of similar to what Daniel said. Like I was sort of procrastinating starting my own business Instagram page for so long. And because I always thought, I don't think anyone cares about what I need to say. I don't think anyone wants to hear what I have to say kind of thing. And then sort of like delayed doing that as well. So yeah, never end up doing it, but I ended up like doing it as well because of like COVID, right? And then and then during the first COVID in April or something, I got made redundant on my main job because of like COVID. Because basically my job was like making events and stuff like that, but with all the lockdown, that suddenly disappeared, right? And then so I had to make a decision: should I look for another job, or should I go all in with my own business? That was previously a side hustle, right? So yeah, I decided to just go all in, doing doing my business as full time now, which until now I'm still doing. And even though it was like super bleak at the start, so now it's like getting so much better. And I sort of did this challenge as well, which is called 75 Hard, to really set my mind, keep on going, to help build like consistency and discipline. So it's like for 75 days straight, you have to work out 2 times a day. So one has to be outside, one has to be flexible, but both have to be 45 minutes. Okay, and you have to read 10 pages of a book every day, and you have to eat healthy. You have to follow a diet, and you can't have a cheat meal straight for 75 days. You can't drink alcohol, and you have to take a progress picture every day. So I finished that challenge on June 26th, which I don't believe I would ever do without COVID. Because with all the lockdown happening, I thought like, what should I do to come out of COVID, being the best version of myself. And I feel like that meeting that challenge, making small wins every day and compound really helped me to become more serious in other aspects of life, which I think I never would have done because of COVID. So now like sticking to habits every day has become really a integral part of my life, I think. Yeah. So not really on the creative part of things, but doing things out of my comfort zone. I think what COVID really happened to me. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Speaking of that, are those like your rituals, like your daily rituals? Or?
So that was like support. I should have done that for 75 days straight. So after finishing that, sort of like tweak little things and made it like my own version of it.
Right.
So it's like it made me realize how important sticking to some non-negotiable habits you do every day. For you, for example, maybe like making a video every week kind of thing that makes people laugh, and then just staying consistent with it is like really important. Yeah. So it sort of like wakes me up on how important that is.
Consistency is a big one.
Big one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. But that's like the whole reason why I did that challenge, because I felt like I lacked consistency and discipline, and it's sort of like that challenge is like a gesture that I need to do to apply to other areas in life. Yeah, that's how I think.
Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of determination to do that.
10 pages a day and 2 workouts a day.
And then picture.
Yeah.
So like so I working outside was just running, jogging, and that one, and then the one inside is just like body weight training every day. Yeah.
What sort of diet do you do you practice with? Like
Sorry, come again?
What sort of diet do you take?
So basically my main diet back then was I can't eat outside at all. I can't eat like from a restaurant at all because I don't know what they put inside, right? And then I have to eat like only chicken breast, mincemeat. So I like meal prep for 7 days a week for the rest of the 75 days. It's just like, I usually eat like chili con carne, and it's just like chicken breast and like brown rice. That's it for 75 days.
Clean,
And
clean.
oatmeal. Yeah, clean. I lost 10 kilos, I think. Yeah.
Wow. Whew, that's a lot.
Yeah. So it's yeah, but a lot of people think it's super hard, but once you just do it,
Yeah.
it's really doable. I think for everyone.
No.
Yeah.
I guess we're all habitual, once we start doing something enough times, we just do it naturally without even thinking about it.
I agree.
The commitment, the starting is the worst. Once you get 1-2 weeks, you'll be fine.
100% agree. Yeah. 100%. When you start it, it's like, yeah, that's what I like about the challenge. It breaks it down really simple, because the key of the challenge is to help you get like mentally tough. And the fact that it just makes it like so simple, the steps you need to follow, I think that's how we should look into other areas that we do in life as well. Like, for example, for Daniel, for example, like practicing an instrument an hour a day, as long as you can stay consistent, then you get like 1% better every day kind of thing, Yeah.
I don't know if Daniel thinks of it in terms of getting better. I don't know. Like I feel like you're. I feel like
think
you're with your musical instruments.
yeah, I've been playing too long to be like getting better. I think I'm just evolving,
Yeah, and
always
creating.
evolving. And
Yeah,
creating,
and-
yeah, I'm constantly creating.
Yeah, because
But
your live stream is becoming like album materials, right? So you're kind of like creating albums as you do these things.
Yeah, yeah. It's I've released 3 albums during this shelter in place.
Wow.
And I have I've recorded every single live stream, and most of them I've recorded direct into a board, so it's full, CD quality, stereo recording, and so I just released 3 albums of electric kora music, like live looping and kind of ambient. But I have a lot more. I've got a bunch of things like what I did tonight. I've got a bunch of stuff like that, that I could release as an album, and so it's pretty exciting. But I've been doing this ever since I was a kid. I remember when I was, since day one. Like, I remember recording myself as a kid, and making a song, and then the next day I might make another song, and then I would put that after the next song. Back then we used cassette tapes. And until the cassette tape was full. So I've had like several 90-minute cassette tapes of songs that spanned 10 years of my life, from when I was about 10 to when I was 20. And so every time I would get to an instrument and a recording device, I would create something. So it was never really practice. And that was my practice. The performing and the creating was my practice, just as it is now. I mean, I've had lessons. I've taken lessons on kora, and I've had piano lessons, and I've had viola da gamba lessons and guitar lessons and things like that. And so I've had to practice, but I'm horrible at practicing. I hate practicing. But I find that really you could refine and you could master what it is you do. You don't have to master it by practicing. You just master it by doing. And so I found that while I practiced things and maybe got better at things I practiced, I found that I mastered things that I did for the love of it, or I did consistently. Again, the word consistency. So looping for me was one thing that was consistent, and that meant that I had to play all my instruments in order to loop. And so all my instruments were being practiced, and I was composing with them all on the spot. And then after many years of doing that, it's just like I do what I did tonight, which was completely unrehearsed, completely not thought of beforehand. I just thought, I'll try a vaporwave kind of cheesy thing with a funny saxophone drenched in reverb, with the on Martineau and some 808 beat, But that took years to learn all those components and just putting them together and be like, I think I'll put that together. But it's like a cook. A cook knows what to put in, what spice to put in, what kind of meat to put in, what kind of herb to put with the meat, what kind of You know, do you use olive oil or do you use whatever? You know, I mean, it's just these are all components, and you learn how to use them over time.
Yeah, and I guess that's what my friend who gave a workshop about the mind, he talks about competence, where you move from unconscious incompetence, where you don't know that you're bad at something, so you don't even realize it. And then you have conscious incompetence, where you realize you are bad at something, and then you try to become good at it. And then you have conscious competence, where you start to become good at it, but you have to be conscious when you do it. And then the final stage is unconscious competence, where you're not even thinking. You're so accustomed to doing it that you don't need to think anymore, and you become competent at it unconsciously, which I think is what we said about mastering things by doing in a consistent way.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, one of that was doing my daily drawing practice since last year, which started out as a really small initiative. Like, I'm such a perfectionist that I need to get in the habit of just doing, because if not, then I'll just think that the setting is not perfect. I'm not gonna do it because it's not perfect yet, you know. But I found that when I actually just do it, it just flows. So that practice was just to get me in the habit of doing, and it has, like what Koby said, it has had far-reaching impacts on other aspects of my life that has nothing to do with drawing, you know, because there is just that ritual, the habit. So I think what you mentioned about compound effect of things becoming compounded and adding on, it really, I definitely feel that for myself. Yeah. And we have the full pink look now.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Love it.
And where is your shoes? You mentioned about.
Okay, I'll show you. I'm not wearing them, but I just got them literally.
But you said you slowed down the makeup process, right? How fast can you do that?
I can because there's so much glitter on. I don't really need to do much. I just put like a bit of eyeliner, black and white, and then put glitter. That's it. Really, I do more of a stick makeup, so I can't do like photo shoots with this. I'll look like shit. So,
Wow.
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 Pole heels? Is that, are those like pole heels? Like for pole? Pole dancing? No.
I got it from Thailand, from the shop that I got it.
Wow. You're gonna be so tall.
Yeah, but it's the same size as the one that I already have.
Oh, okay.
And this is the other pair.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna put like pom-pom here because my feet looks really ugly in them. They're transparent.
No, it's so nice to
And then the one that I already have is broken, so I bought another pair. And here you are.
signature heel.
Oh my God.
Oh. Call for a vaporwave.
You just ordered online.
It actually suits it so well.
I love that boudoir burlesque sound.
So nice. Any new dresses?
No, not yet. I was gonna get our friend Sherry to make them, but I have got myself a mannequin here.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
So I've removed the sofa and everything in my living room, so I'm gonna, because I've been watching. I'm not really into the whole RuPaul thing because I just don't like when everyone's doing something. I don't like to do it. I'm just one of those idiots, right? And then I saw and I'm like, oh my God, these girls can really sew. They're so talented. I'm like, don't call yourself a drag queen or whatever, and then go and get everything from the market. So why don't you just make it yourself? So I got this. I'm gonna tape it up with foam. I might cheat a little bit, like get like a base dress and then start putting stuff on it. And then I'm gonna get like a semi-vintage Germany sewing machine from my grandma. It's like super heavy.
Wow.
She used to use it, but she's like 100 years old now. She doesn't sew anymore. So I asked my mom if it's still working. She's like, yeah. So I'm gonna start sewing, and
You have your own costumes.
yeah,
You see?
And be creative. That's fine. That's what we do, right? We fail in life. We just keep
I
doing.
remember, but Ollie, you're very good at this because I remember we did the show and then you put this huge fabric on me and then you just cut it on the spot. And then, remember, I went out with the fire. Okay, it's okay. Anyway, so
Okay, I have very bad memory. I don't remember anything.
black fabric on me and then he just cut it, and then it was like this cake thing. And then I just entered with the fire. I remember you did that. You're so good.
Started.
No, it was some gig in Suntec, some New Year's Eve gig or something, many years back.
Right.
You mean he just cut it on the spot and then it became a
On the
cake?
spot. Yeah, then I could
Oh.
actually use it and then it was like a
Was it
long
the
train.
Jeremiah Choi gig?
Yeah, I think it's a Jeremiah Choi one. Yeah. Because that's the one I did there.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, done. Costume. Go on stage now.
I'm one of those, you know, they say, what, good from far, and then when you go close, it's far from good.
Far from nice.
Far from nice.
Nice
Yeah.
from far from nice.
So it's one of those.
So
just
confusing.
Stay away, see from far, don't come too close. Yeah. Because we do stage, right? When you do stage work, I'm not saying stage people are not perfect, but you know, like our makeup is slightly larger than life. Our costume is larger than life. Our hair would be larger than life. You know, if George Chan sees me with this wig, he would yell. He's like, Ollie, you've got to have the big wig. You're a drag queen, you need big wig. That's the whole thing. I'm like, yeah. I tried yesterday, and I'm not Ashley Lim, who is this famous hairstylist in Singapore, and is in many, many years. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this is Ashley, I need help.
I have to be honest, it looks pretty bad.
I know, right? I tried last night. I tried to do many things. It just didn't work. I just have to hold it up. See? Sorry.
nice like that.
I know, so I have to hold it up. I don't know how to put it up. So I have to walk around like that. Hello, everyone. Hi. Yes. Oh, I'm left-handed, by the way. Hi. Yeah. So this is when I do. Yeah. I'm slowly robbing in people to help me with the course. You know. Yeah, just let it down. Fuck it. So. So I told you, I like to make people laugh. I'm not, you know, I'm not a drag queen. I'm a clown. But
You're very good at it. You're very good at it.
But I think this is something I learned from this director from Hong Kong. Her name's Olivia Yen. And I remember we were rehearsing, and she's like, "Okay, you go out there and do that," and we do it. And she's laughing and laughing and laughing, and of course it was wrong. And then when she stopped us after 15 minutes, she's like, "Oh my God, that was so funny, that was so good." But it's not what I want, but I love the energy. Now please do it again and try and do it. And that really made me, because as musicians, as creatives, we dancers, actors, we're always told, no, wrong, do it again, wrong, lift your leg higher, wrong, it's flat, wrong, it's this, wrong, it's that. And in life, so I just want to encourage people to be wrong. It's okay, you know.
I love.
Be wrong with an attitude. Be wrong and fail, you know, and then you learn, you know.
I love
So
it.
I'm not here to be perfect. I'm not. No one is. So I'm here to be wrong, to be a clown, and then you laugh, and then you realize, you know, yeah. Oh my God, I'm so philosophical.
So wrong,
No, but
but
I really
but
like
so
it.
right.
Right. The wrong right, the right wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that I've had a lot of discussions with Daniel, I think, about this, about the, you know, I spent like several months in the US recently, and I think this also applies not just to the US, but to most parts of the world. There is such a fear of being wrong, you know? And when people on top are like, you know, when they make mistakes, instead of saying, sorry, I made a mistake, they're just covering things up and they don't admit they are wrong, you know? And it's like a sin to be wrong. But
Yeah.
like I said, we're human, we're not perfect, and we need to make mistakes. otherwise we don't learn. You know, we need to experiment, and we need to have that space to when I studied fashion in Singapore, university in LaSalle, I felt like there was no space for me to make mistakes because there was so many projects. I was given so much stuff to do for the amount of time that I have, that I just you just don't have that space to experiment. You have to do what you know works because you have so little time. And I feel like, man, you know, this is school. I need to be making mistakes here, because when I work, that's when, you know, I'm gonna learn from what I do here when I get to work. But it was not possible. And I think, you know, those in Singapore can probably attest to the competitiveness of the school system over there. It's really something.
My niece is 8 years old. She is sometimes scratching herself, biting herself, pulling her hair, and she was so stressed. And my mom told me about it, so I went to her. I drove her back from school one day, and I said, "Look, Granny told me you're really stressed. You're doing this. You're hurting yourself. And why?" And she was very quiet. She didn't have to speak. I said, "Come on, share with me." And she says, "Oh, I'm very stressed because I have to finish the homework, and sometimes I forget." And then I said, if you forget your homework, you forget your homework. If your teacher asks you, just say, "Sorry, I forgot," okay? If your teacher's angry with you, ask them to call me and I'll speak to them. And if you ever feel like it's too stressful to study, don't study. If you fail, you fail. It's fine. You can always do it again. You know, and I said, but don't tell your dad this. You know, and I think it's okay to fail. I've seen so many kids, you know, they're so stressed and I can't talk to them. I used to teach children as well. Even like 4 or 5 years old, they're so stressed. They come in, they're stressed. You know, and I feel that, and my friend was telling me that her kid, her friend's kid was so stressed, and she's now 14, and she is actually taking medication. She needs to be in a special school. She started hurting herself. Every chance she has, she start to hurt herself. She cut herself, scratch her eyeball, just because she's stressed, and she doesn't know why she's doing it, right? And that's what the society is. And the teachers are telling us, you can't fail, you can't fail. Why not someone tell us, fail, but learn from your failure?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
right?
Like,
totally.
I feel like that sort of like happened because of a continuous how people handle the failures, right? Or like how these kids, when they fail, what happens next, right? And it's sort of like a learned behavior after that. So after one unwanted event happened, like for example, they get scolded or they get like a super bad grade that led to a scolding by their parent or something. From that one event made them super scared to make failures again.
Yeah. And I know when I was teaching kids in Singapore, I had 9-year-old, 7-year-old students who are busier than me, you know, because they have school, and then they have co-curricular activities after school, and then they have piano, dance, whatever lessons after that, and then they go home, they have tuition, and then they go to sleep, and it repeats. And I'm like, when do you play? You know, it's like when I got to Singapore when I was 15, I felt like, wow, this is challenging and productive, and I felt great, you know, shifting from Jakarta. But I realized that having my childhood in Jakarta was so important in shaping me to be who I am today, because if I didn't have that space to play in my childhood, I might have turned out very differently, which I see for very lacking. And yeah, I think, you know, I really like, Ollie, what you said to your niece, because in many ways it's so antithetical to everything that Singapore stands for, as at least in my experience. There is so much competitiveness, and like, you know, if you at the age of 12 you do this test, I can't remember what it's called, PSLE, the primary school. And that score determines which school you can go to next, and that kind of determines your trajectory in the future. And oh my god, I just remembered the word trajectory. Daniel, I told you that it's a funny word with Hafeez and Francesca were part of that project, and the word trajectory became our catchphrase or something.
Yeah, and they were like using it like in the wrong way, and any way they could. It's just like, you know, I'm gonna go get some food. I think I know the trajectory to the restaurant.
Correct.
They could put the word, whether it really mattered.
You guys, I'm gonna start taking out my makeup because I have a class in half an hour.
Oh, that was so fun.
You're removing it?
We can talk. I'm just taping it out. The glitter.
Wow, that's you can make like
Daniel's face.
what was his
It's best for glitter, right? This tape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trajectory.
Yeah, because Malaysia was.
Yeah, I remember when you said the word in rehearsals, then all the dancers we look at each other.
And she was choreographing a piece for us. And oh my god, her vocabularies that she used in the creative process
it's
was
not normal.
Yeah,
Like,
not
they were
normal.
just,
big words, man.
and then we just stare at each other.
But Hafeez, you can speak. You're starting that now.
Yeah.
He's using like big words to explain himself these days.
it was so funny because of the trajectory, like yeah, and that project is so I have such many good memories about that project because I think Frenchie, I always remember your curtain call joke. I don't know if you even remember saying the curtain because Maggie was telling me because my co-choreographer Maggie, she was like, okay, now we're gonna practice for curtain call, and Francesca started going like this, curtain, calling.
Of course you did.
Yeah, but
You know she wasn't joking, right?
Hey.
You know Francesca wasn't joking, right? She was being real.
yeah, and also I think you were joking about the pulley system. Maybe you remember that one. Because the empty frames, the curtain at the back, right? And then Maggie was saying like, oh, we don't have to open it manually. Now we have a pulley system to like open it. And then you started like, oh my God, don't call the police. I didn't bring my drugs or something like that. Like,
Are you sure it's me? Oh my God. Wow.
But, yeah, it's funny how much other people remember what you said and did that means something to them that you don't even remember, because this happens to me all the time as well.
See, Ollie, you're not the only clown.
What?
You're not
You
the
are the female version of me, Frenchie. Yeah. She's super funny and she doesn't even need to try.
Exactly. That's why I feel like for you it's not even a joke. You're just being yourself. Yeah, but I have a lot of admiration for I think Frenchie, you're one of those people that I feel your inner child is just never grows up, and I really admire people who harness that inner child. Yeah,
But
like
I think
powerfully.
that's so important though. Like a lot of people forget to have fun,
so
like
important.
what Ollie was saying as well. Like
Exactly.
then they like a lot of people I know, like friends and on, so serious. Like you just forget to just smile, have fun, just be silly, nothing wrong with that, right? Like, but I think people are very serious.
Especially in Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I like that inner child showing up, and Daniel, you also have that, and I think at the same time you're not immature, there's wisdom and also the inner child kind of
Just a little immature. I'm just a little immature. Small doses.
Yeah, but I mean, when I first met Daniel, I just assumed he's like around my age, and bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
I don't know if you want to announce your age in this public forum, so I shall allow you to disclose it.
He can't be older than Francesca, right?
Hey, you don't start with me.
Yeah, but
Can I just share something with you guys? So was deployed the other day to be an assistant swabber. So we have to put on like the full protective gear, which is the gown, the shower cap, the N95 mask, the face shield,
So your whole hazmat shirt.
and 2 pairs of gloves, and then you masking tape up the thing, like, right?
Wow.
Yeah,
Good
so you
stuff.
don't see anything, right? So like part of my job is just to show them the way, like which way to walk, because they can't walk in front of the swabber. So I did this. This way, please. In my showgirl pose. Then I lost my this way, please. I was like, oh my god, they can't even see my face. It just happened naturally.
I'm sure they love it. Like, they're gonna start asking all the dancers, to be like all this stuff.
Yeah. And do choreography and everything. Yeah. So just
Yeah.
kind of say all that. And then I just like, oh my goodness, what am I doing?
I must say, okay, I won't even show you the brand because I don't want to badmouth them, but I'm badmouthing. This is a lip gloss, okay? It's a lip glue.
Oh, that's come out.
Together, and that's it. It's actually very for glitter, but if you want lip gloss, don't get them. Like, literally, after I put it on, I'm like,
You should wear those. You should wear those and do some mime work.
I actually use
Mime work.
like drag use a lot, but white powder and everything. I just use mine makeup, like white stick. Yeah. That's what we clowns do.
Wow. So we witnessed makeup creation and makeup removal.
Yeah, that's really fun. So
Yeah, I almost think I should have played the music backwards while he was running.
That's so good.
Oh, Dan, you remember when you did the on?
What?
He's like, oh, this is the makeup falling down or something. I don't know. You played something earlier. The Ondo was just like,
Oh yeah.
and then he's, oh, that one is falling apart. Do you remember? I don't know if you remembered that.
I do remember. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's on again. The Ondomo sound. Where is it? Yeah.
Something like that.
Awesome. Okay. Wow.
Ooh, nice hair. I love it.
Oh yeah. Wow.
That's nice. Yeah. Work it.
No, actually quite butch.
Basically same hairstyle as Hafeez, right? Or different?
Oh, that looks. It does look
Looks a bit similar.
Hafeez.
Yeah, but
Hafeez
Hafeez
hair.
just has his hair up, right?
yeah.
You know, Hafeez, I think a year ago I had same hairstyle like you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had same hairstyle like you. But to be honest, I'm so relieved that I cut it
Oh, yeah?
because I sort of realized that like I'm super afraid to like grow bald because of that, because I sort of feel like it's sort of like it starts a bit like there
Oh,
later
yeah.
on. Yeah. So I'm not scaring you, but that's how I felt when I cut my hair.
But it's true, Koby. I've
Right?
cut my hair out for years. See, it's receding.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Because you keep
No,
Well,
but we.
And
Oli, no, it's okay. No, you don't need to say anything, Oli.
No, I'm just saying mine's receding too, and our hair are receding for a reason, and it's thinning for a reason too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much for people. Plus, yeah. Use this lah, primer. Can't see my wrinkles. See?
Oh. Makeup
A lot of tips. Yeah. That I didn't even know. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, we are at the mark where we're supposed to finish. And this has been the most comedic artist living room that we've ever had. And I think, I think people with that gift of humor are such wonderful gifts, you know. And I can say that because it's not one of my gifts. So I really appreciate people who wield humor like a weapon, like, and not weapon in a bad way, but it's just natural. Yeah, exactly, you know. And
1 second, I think I got a delivery. Let's hope it's my new lashes.
oh, and yeah, I even like that there were cameo appearances from animals during the show. There was Ali, so cute. Oh my gosh.
It's not lashes. It's king prawns that I ordered online yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So random.
Oh, look at that.
He was doing some for this fish shop, like some online sales. So I ordered some king prawns.
So random. Eyelashes and king prawn.
So they are both essentials.
Both essentials.
The dog is so cute.
So cute. Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
just want to punch his face. It's so cute.
He's just like, I submit. I submit.
But it's so nice to meet your brother, Val, Koby.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to
Same
meet you,
same
Koby.
to you.
The way y'all speak, oh my god, so similar.
similar.
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a sibling thing, you know, you can't run away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just funny because we don't spend a lot of time together. You know, he's in Australia a lot of the time. I'm all over the place most of the time.
All over the place.
How long have you been in Australia, Koby? Like,
5 to 6 years now.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Currently fighting the visa battle.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's challenging here. It's challenging.
Wow.
But yeah,
Visa.
I sort of feel like I really connect living here much
In
better
Melbourne,
than in
right? You're in
in
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Yeah, even though it's Victoria now, not Victoria.
Right.
Oh man, the second wave is literally here in Melbourne.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you guys are really in a lockdown still?
Now I'm full lockdown until September
So
30th.
this is your second lockdown.
Second lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I'm just
God.
like home
Please
every
tell me
day.
it's not gonna happen here.
Yeah.
I
But
read
yeah,
is live like 5 kilometers away from your house or something. Like you're not
Yeah.
allowed to be 5 kilometers away from where you live, and then you have to
You
have
can-
a permit, side,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
you can only go out for exercise, groceries, work, study. That cannot be done online, or like visiting like an important matter, and can only be 5 kilometers away from your home.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. People are going crazy, and
Do you
I
have a curfew?
know.
sorry. Yeah, curfew at 8 p.m.
What?
Wow. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
when we had those here in San Francisco too. Yeah. But it's been a while.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, much as it is, I really feel that COVID has done a lot of good, because for the first time, I feel that people feel like they are all in it together. They feel each other. It's not separated anymore, you know. People, like when you're walking on the street, they're telling you, hey, your mask, you forgot your mask, and you run back, or you're telling people that. It's almost like become, a regular thing, which I don't know. I feel it's really good, because like a lot of times people don't feel for another person. I know many people has died, and it's very unfortunate, and it's sad. But on the other hand, I think those who are alive, I've seen a lot of people change their life, inspired. But I've also seen a lot of people getting depressed from it. But I feel that even those who are getting depressed, they're getting more support from people around them, because they are feeling it. They're feeling like I could have been, or I'm on the way to depression, or I can see why this person is, and they're more willing to reach out. Before they're like, oh yeah, you know what, drama queen or whatever. But now people are starting to realize a lot of things that they never felt for before, and I think it's a totally good thing, not just for creators, artists, but I think for other people as well. And some people just needed a break, and they've had that break. Of course, there's a lot of things that's unfortunate as well, like people being retrenched, losing their jobs, having the relations like passed on and stuff like that. But I think in a bigger picture, we've all, it's like all of us getting sick, the same sickness, the same sickness, and we know how to look out for each other, and we start looking out for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I think a lot of people see just like the front of it, like a crisis or like like a super negative thing happen, but they don't see the other side of it. I think it's what you're trying to say, right? Like there's also like the flip side of the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's a time of challenge, and I think that depression, is there to, like, yeah, you can overcome it and then you become stronger from it, but it is nonetheless like an opportunity for you to connect with whatever you have not resolved. And I found that, when I'm creating, I feel much more joyful, so it's also a challenge for me to create more than I consume, because if I'm just consuming, I feel horrible about myself. And so, and you can say like, yeah, okay, feeling depressed, how can you work yourself out of it? And I think one of the best ways is creating. And that's kind of why I want to hear about how all the different ways you guys have created in this time, because I think that for some people that be an inspiration, like, I can do this, I can do that. Like, instead of being focused too much on the limitations, you are attuned to the possibilities and what you can do instead of what you can't do. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, do every one of you like publish your work online, like to social media stuff?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. I have some like suggestions to grow it.
Okay.
To grow like the following and stuff like that. So let's say I recommend like you follow like you make a list of like 100 people that's in your niche. For example, like for example, you said you make like funny videos, right? Hafeez, like funny videos, like you can follow certain people who make similar things and you engage in their content, like saying like really valuable content, like comments, not just like great posts or something like that, or like awesome post kind of thing. Same works with like every single one of you as well. But you make a list of 100 people you think are similar to your niche, and you make sort of like a community where you support each other. Because that's how I did with my business page. So literally we make a comment into like every single similar people, like genuine comment, and that way they check out our following later on. So just make that a habit. And literally we've been doing that for like 3 months. In 3 months we grew to like 4,300 followers now.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like just it's like win-win. You try to get that win-win situation with like your community.
Yeah.
And I think now is the perfect time to do that. And it's really easy to do. Just make a list of like just look for people who are similar to what you do. You can say, but don't say like check out my page kind of thing. Don't say stuff like that. That turns people off, right? Hey, great content, I'll respect if you follow me back or something like that. Don't ever say that. That's like the death phrase, I call it. But just like genuinely engage with their post, and they'll give you a follow back, or you can even like share their post in your story and they'll do the same thing for you. And that way you get like exposed to their audience as well. If you want to grow your page, that's really the way to go.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tips.
Yeah. It's
That
a
takes
really good way. That takes time. So I reckon just make it a habit of like, commenting on 10 people for 10 people a day in your feed. And we got like action blocked by Instagram so many times because we did like more than 10. Instagram thought we were like bots or something.
I see.
Yeah. But yeah, try it out. I'm sure it will grow your pages. And I think people deserve to see more of your work.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Can I
Koby.
actually tell here, like my channel anyway?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Can I actually say here my channel?
of course.
Of course.
Okay, so everyone, please share and subscribe to the Pink Lady Law, LOR. Okay, not law. Law is like Singaporean slang, it's English. So yeah, and then please just let me know what you want to see and what you want to hear. Basically what I do is I try to every video I make I'm trying to make one video, a musical video a month, and I pay for that. So I can't play all the time. So I try to make small little videos of makeup tips and that never work. You know, I'm like almost glamorous, but I'm not. So and then every month I'll do music videos. So I kind of pick a song, usually musical theater song, and then I will change the lyrics. I don't know, is that copyright issues?
Change the lyric? I don't think so.
Okay, so yeah, whichever way. So I'm doing that, and never mind. Just let whoever sees it, and then if it's taken down, it's taken down. It doesn't matter, you know. It's like, so yeah. So that's what I do. So if you like it, please subscribe to the Pink Lady Law, LOR. Do it now.
Oliver's mats too.
Oh yeah, I sell core yoga mats as well.
Wow.
Yoga and stuff. So I do a lot just to survive. You know, I have a lot of kids, furbies, look after cats, dogs, birds, fish. You know. So I sell core. I used to have a shop that sells like hand clothes and stuff, but in Singapore people just don't really understand it that much, and they always think it's expensive, so I stopped. But I'm still selling the cork mats, cork blogs, cork ball, massage balls, and yoga wheels.
Awesome. And yeah, I would be happy for all of you guys to mention a little bit about your page as well and where people can find you. We can go with Daniel and then Koby and then Hafeez and Francesca. Yeah. Daniel, do you want to?
Yeah, you can find me at my website, danielberkman.com. And my complete discography, all my albums are on danielberkman.bandcamp.com. And you can find me on Facebook. Which I think is Daniel Berkman 70, I think is the... Anyway, you can find me on Facebook. Not hard to find. And Instagram. But yeah, those are the main places to find my work. I also have a YouTube page as well. Easy.
Oh,
to
you're on
find.
Spotify as well.
What's that?
You're on Spotify as well, right?
Yeah, I actually am on Spotify, yeah. Very limited,
Ooh.
but I do have stuff on Spotify. Not much.
And your live are on which days and where they can find the live stream?
My live streams are on Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. The Wednesday and Fridays are at 10 a.m. on Facebook, 10 a.m. California time, and Sunday nights at 8 o'clock California time.
Yeah. And then Koby, your stuff. Where can people find your stuff?
So yeah, my personal is just Jeffrey Koby, but check out if you want to see some digital marketing magic, just see at millennialdigital.au. Yeah. So it's but just check out our Instagram. Our Facebook is shit. Yeah. So yeah, check out our Instagram.
Apparently, they said it's for older people like us, like me and Fraser.
No offense.
My generation is Instagram.
No, I use Instagram. I use TikTok. You know.
TikTok is hell to the no, man.
Yeah. So just check out Millennial Digital.
Millennial Digital.
Yeah.
Double L, double N. Because I thought it was
N.
double N earlier and it was misspelled. So double L, double N, millennial.au. Yeah. Australia.
Millennialdigital.au, because apparently someone took Millennial Digital, which makes us so mad. And it only has like one follower. What the hell?
Oh.
Yeah. But the naming rights are taken.
Yeah, I tagged you your page also on the Metamorfosize post that I did on you, so people can find it that way. And I told Koby that, you know, artists tend to be not so great at marketing themselves in a way that I think your skill set is really good to complement.
Just reach me out. Yeah.
Yeah. And Hafeez, Jessica, where can people find your stuff? Online classes or videos?
Acta Singapura.
So we have our personal ones. Hafeez Hassan.
Francesca Harriman.
So Hafeez Hassan, you just missed the last vowel, so HASSN instead of HASSAN. Hafeez Hassan. And both of us are leading a small collective, dance collective, which is called ACTA Singapore. ACTA is unity in Sanskrit. The main motive of that group is to make traditional arts cool. That's it. So
I like it.
yeah. So you can check out that on Instagram as well. ACTA Singapore.
Found it.
EATA and then Singapura, EURA.
Yeah. So and you know, I'll try my best as much as possible to tag everyone in the relevant posts so that people can find you also through our page, because yeah, it's kind of tricky to type things sometimes. So yeah, on Metamorfosize's Instagram and Facebook, I try my best to tag everyone, just so it's all connected.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because I do want this to be a resource, a community that people can kind of find, and to like what Koby said, just kind of support each other's work, you know? So yeah, thank you so much for the time that you guys have taken to have this conversation, which I really, really enjoyed. Completely organic and completely improvised. Thank you, Daniel, for music, completely last minute.
Thank
Thanks
you.
all.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, everybody. It's great to meet you all.
Yeah.
Great to meet you, everybody, as well.
Thanks for the humor, the tips, art, the laugh. It's we all need that in these times, you know. So yeah, have a nice day, night, morning, depending on where you are. Daniel's probably heading to bed.
Oh yeah, right away.
Right away. Yeah, and let's keep connected and support each other's work, and talk to you soon.
Thank you,
All right.
guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yay.
Valencia.
Exit music. Exit music. Come on, Daniel. Exit music. Okay, gotta go. I've got class. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.